Alrighty. What is up, everybody? It's Lost. So right now, my character that I'm trying to take to 80 is level 60. And we're in the capital, so I need to do the Godfrey fight to get the last trinket talisman slot. So we'll open ourselves up to be invaded and all that. We're a bit more prepared than we were yesterday. Got 61 poise now, which is really good. I absolutely hate my fashion, but so if you turn the cape off on this thing, you lose poise. Like if you turn the cape off, you lose like 4 poise, which makes no sense. I don't know how a cape gives you fucking poise, but anyway, but it makes it slightly lighter. But I could not find a way. I could not find a way to get to the amount of poise that I wanted at this level, and not have a cape. Also, I can't have a helmet because no matter what I do, I cannot get like enough poise and actually have like a helmet without fat rolling. And it's because helmets have a very inefficient like weight to poise ratio, so they're really bad for that kind of thing. So right now I can't do anything about that, but as we get farther in the game, I'll get other talismans and stuff, and then I probably can have a helmet. So actually, we're probably going to make 2 characters at 80. I'll probably make a character kind of like my Green Knight guy for level 80, or maybe 70. We'll see. I don't know. I might stop this character at 75 instead of 80. Hey, lost. I see those pennies. Alright, well, if I don't get invaded any, we'll invade ourselves every once in a while. These things got some damage on them, though. I'll probably play my 100 some today as well. I just need to get that, I need to get that second halberd up, because I really do want to try dual-wielding halberds. That looks like a lot of fun. Dude, twin spears though, look how much, watch my stam, my green bar. Look at how much it takes to swing 1 time. Okay, I'm not in combat, it doesn't count. Well, okay, this guy, now watch my green bar. Nope, still not in combat somehow. There we go. Yeah, it takes almost my entire stam bar to do the 3-hit combo thing. That was a little silly that my first hit there didn't cost any stam. And hey, Lonely. Okay, well, we're not getting invaded, which is a little disappointing. Let me try invading. See how these spears do. I suspect, well, the only issue with is the stam cost. That's the only thing that seems kind of bad about them. And at this level, I don't have much stam. Hey, limit to yeah, your name. You know where this is going. Lim Atagurgur 68. I don't think that's right, but close enough, eh? Yeah, the spears got really good bleed. The R1 though, not so good, but you can normally do the dual wield attack. But it's nice to have an R1 that is good as well. It's got the good running R1 though. Where the, oh, they're down below. But yeah, thank you for the 8 months. 8 months of me not being able to say your name. Alright, where's the host here? I was gonna say where's the baddies, but I think we're the baddie. That's how this goes. Oh, fuck, if I was faster... Actually, I don't think they're fighting him. They're either running from him or just cheesing him inside there. It's gonna be a little bit difficult for me to get in there. So glad they didn't swing there. I love how that weapon art didn't hit me, but I still lose my flasks. Also, he just mashed it like 3 times in a row. Well, if I can waste his FP. Okay, he's probably gonna roll out if I hit him, so don't want to swing twice. Woo! Not a lot of health on that guy. Rip! And that guy had like 578 health or something like that. That guy right there had like 600 and something. Actually, the Phantom might have had more than that because he didn't have full health when I hit him for like that 530. So the Phantom probably had like 700 health actually, which is still way too low, but better than the host. All right, we'll do one more, and then I'll go do PvE and see if I can get invaded. I wonder if the page is still alive in there. What's up? He's got rivers of blood. I can see it. I'm gonna try to bait it out. There it is. I didn't have to work very hard for that one. Damn it, I missed. Yeah, he's just gonna spam it, but that's actually what I want because it'll get him to run out of FP faster. So I could have smacked him there, but I just completely whiffed. That was pretty fail on my part. Yeah, instead of trying to trade, I should just get him to use the weapon art. God, that weapon art is so stupid. He's being very bad with it. Oh, he's probably a really high level, so I bet you he's got really high mind. I've noticed that's very common. People will password summon their friends, and their friends have leveled up to like 99 mind, and so they can just spam like crazy. God, that is so stupid, dude. Like, he's not being even remote. Really? Somehow the stupid projectile is like perfect sync with my roll. Dude, that's pretty lame. I just lost that because, I mean, that guy was being so brainless. And it's not normally that hard to avoid getting hit by it. I don't even know what was happening there. That was pretty dumb, though, that like the projectiles were just perfectly synced up with my roll. That's so frustrating. That's not a fight that should have been that hard to win. I mean, the guy is literally just mashing the weapon art completely brainlessly. I think I was just being too greedy. I don't know, it's just a lot of bad luck too with like the timing. It's not like they were actually trying to sync up anything they were doing. It was just lucky the projectiles happened to be in that perfect spot. Also, I shouldn't fight in that room. I know that. You should always leave that one room. Okay, that guy is definitely password summoned. I miss Dark Souls 3 telling you when they were like way higher level. Oh yeah, he's got loads of poise. Like how the host just left them. That was kind of silly. Host was just like, fuck this guy. Got a runner. Boy, he should not have stopped there. Well, that was, you know what's funny about that is that thrall enemy he was fighting, they apply bleed. That's why he bled so fast, because the thrall had actually already put bleed on him. Finish the game, nice, nice. I wish I could get that one I just lost to again, because I'm so sure I can beat them, but who knows where they are in the stage now. I don't have cat ring. You don't need it very often, but it is good right here. Why do you have to use 2 items to be invaded? Alright, I don't really need side loot from this place that I can think of, so I think we're mostly good to just go to the boss. If I miss something that ends up being important, I can always come back and get it later. I already did the underground part to get the +1 talisman. I don't have to do any of that nonsense. I forgot how much of a maze that place is, though. There's actually 2 bosses down there, and I ended up killing the wrong boss first, which was pretty annoying. I was like, oh yeah, this is the boss that drops the talisman. It wasn't. He dropped the thing where you do more damage when you bleed somebody, which is a good talisman too, but... Wait, did I already have this bonfire? I did. Well, we did all of that for nothing. I think this is the right way. And where are my invaders at? Not a soul. Okay, see, normally the lightning bolt can't hit that. Okay, this is bullshit. Normally the lightning bolt can't hit really close to them, but because of the wall, it did. You see, right there, it hits a good way away. Damn it. I need the talisman where you get health back from backstabbing. Pretty easy to get it, I just haven't bothered. I fat roll with that talisman on. I'm cutting it that this is why I can't wear a goddamn helmet, because I'm cutting it that close on my equip load. That's insane. Yeah, there's 2 bosses in the underground place. There's one that gives this talisman, and then the other one gives this talisman. Yeah, that place is huge. I have a feeling where I'm invading right now counts as a separate invasions area. Let me go back. Yeah, it does. I had a feeling that was the case. Because in all my time invading here, I don't ever spawn on that side of the level, so... Yeah, they're a pretty cool variant of the knight. I think my favorite though is the Rykard, the Rykard version. It's like black and the red plume. I really like that one, and I really like the blue one. It's just I don't like the colors as much, but the actual like design of the blue one is really good. The colors I like best on the Godric knights. They just have the worst plume. Okay, they're summoning another guy, and he's got a rune arc. Okay, we got Moonveil spam, jump attack spam, also lag. I knew something was up, so I thought I hit him. Pretty tanky. He didn't roll out. Are you kidding me? That wasn't a combo, he just didn't roll out. Hey, look, your friend's here. I like the red ones lore-wise the most, and they look good. I just don't like the purple. The purple on with the red looks really bad. If it was just red, I would like it a lot. I actually kind of forgot what their plume looks like, though. There's a shortcut over here I didn't get. See, the purple would be fine as well if it was just purple and then no red, right? I don't think purple and red like complement each other too well in that armor set. I don't think you can bleed this guy. This is where I need like a frost thing to switch to. He's kind of glitching out by that wall. What the hell? Can we get away from that? That's really making his telegraphs fucked up. The no fun allowed move. So I maybe do the stupid turnaround animation. So I got hit there. Well, I completely blame that stupid turnaround animation for that one. Nothing like dying to an asylum demon. I don't even need to kill that guy, but might as well. Oh my god. Let's see. Is it? I guess it's this one. You know, something that surprises me in Elden Ring is I basically never see anyone wearing the Bloody Wolf getup. I'm actually not sure I've ever seen someone wearing it. I could switch to a Colt real fast, but we'll be fine. But I would do more damage with a Colt against an enemy that you can't bleed. Yeah, good stomp, got me. Not sure what his AI was doing there. Can you jump over this? You can! Let's see if I can knock him down. I probably could have hit him one more time, but wow, that did no damage. That was shit. I deserve that. That's pretty cool. That is not. I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. I rolled kind of soon. That's just a frame trap, dude, at that range. Like, if I didn't roll, I would get hit by the laser. If I do roll, I get hit by the club. So much of that crap in Elden Ring. Boy, our damage on him was pretty low. Okay, that's actually kind of a nice reward. And I'm still not getting invaded. We got another boss in here we need to kill. Actually, there's two more bosses. We've got the guy that drops the golden seed. I hate fighting those guys. Flasks are good. Yeah, the knight armor is really nice. You can get the wolf armor pretty early in the game if you zerg the like invasion item quest line and all that. It's not too hard to get. Bravery. Try to get two R2s in there. That did not happen. Oh, I just staggered. I was only gonna hit him and then riposte him, but I just knocked him up. What are we doing? That's what we're doing. I've been had. Not sure these R2s are worth it. Yeah, that damage, not so good. But it's because I'm bleed. I don't need to heal. Alright, let's get the shortcut, although we don't really need it considering we got the other bonfire. So, you know what, funny thing about the double Crucible Knight fight, I had found it when I got the Sentinel, the Tree Sentinel armor. I zoned in, saw what the fight was, because at the time I was like level 60, and I just left. I was like, nope, I didn't even try to fight. I was like, nope, not fighting that right now, I'll come back later. And then I forgot, and I didn't end up coming back to fight them until, like right before I went to New Game Plus. Because yeah, it had just slipped my mind that entire time. And because of that though, I was then level 115, and it wasn't actually that hard because I just overstatted the shit out of them. But if I had done it at level 60, that would have been like probably the worst experience ever. Yeah, I noped on out of there. God, these guys are just everywhere. Come on, let's go. None of that corner nonsense. Take another one aggroed. That's not good. Okay. You know what? You guys can have it. You can have the street. It's all yours. Just gonna grab the loot over here. Don't mind me. This must have been a massive dragon though. Holy crap, look at this guy. Like there is a big dragon out in Caelid that's like kind of incapacitated. But he's not this big, but he's much bigger than the other dragons in the game. But this guy's nutty. That's like bigger than the Lich Dragon or the one in the like hidden zone. Border Gurnia, I wish. I really want to get rid of this cape. I'm not a fan of it. But then I'll lose my poise. It's so stupid, dude. Cape's giving you poise. So I probably should switch my... Oh, I can't be invaded. I gotta update that just because I used a bonfire. Could not roll in time there because of the shield bounce. But yeah, I suspect the Godfrey fight, you can't bleed him because he's a spooky ghost. I think I do that now. I think Godfrey is like just right up there. Yeah, that doesn't boost it by that much, but better than nothing. So ultimately, Partisan is not going to be one we want to use because it doesn't have as good of arcane scaling. Hell, it doesn't have as good of deck scaling either, so... But that's what we got for now. There's all kinds of loot in here, but we're gonna ignore most of it just so we can get our talisman. Sucks, man. We didn't get invaded a single time. Yeah, Pike's pretty cool. Been using it on my 115, and although strength is kind of just bad in this game, Pike is still good. I guess these guys are not aggro. Oh, hey, we got, oh my god. It's him. Okay. Gonna fight in a... Oh, no, they are aggro. God damn it. I've been rused. Oh god, he's got sleep swords and I don't have the ring that gives you anti-sleep. Back her up. Just wanted to backstab that guy to knock him off, but, God damn it. Fucking gargoyle just shot me. I need that ring that, helps combat sleep. Oh my god, I'm not bleed anymore. I'm a cult. What have I done? I still have bleed build up, just less. I got poised on! Oh, god damn it. Son of a bitch. All of that and we just get a DC. You know what's really stupid is I gave that guy the second sleep sword, so kind of signing my own death warrant on that one. That sucks that it disconnected. Dude, sleep is so cancer because it drains your FP, dude. I fucking hate that. But yeah, there's a ring you can get that gives you a good chunk of sleep resist. I mean, you're still gonna get slept eventually, but it'll make, you have to hit you like an extra time or two. And I think that's really worth it. Cause yeah, sleep sword's no joke, man. Thank God they can only be on straight swords. And I mean, straight swords are good. It's not like they're a bad weapon or anything, but if people had options and they could put it on whatever they wanted, with, I would just be so fucking stupid. Yeah, sleep and madness are just so so good. I think Madness is actually, though, just better than Sleep. It's just, they're, again, they can't pick what weapon it's on, so... Sleep ends up being very good simply because, like, straight swords are good, so it's a nice option. Where Madness, you have to use the, Lance. Which is good, too, but it's a completely different moveset. Although I really stand by this, I don't think Vike's Spear is actually that good if it wasn't for the Madness. I don't think it's that good. Like, it's okay, but if it didn't have the Madness, I don't think anyone would use it, really. I like how those guys, though, I walked right up to them and they didn't aggro, and then that guy invaded me, and then all of a sudden they got aggro. It's like, son of a bitch. I'm just killing them now. So there's like a gladiator guy, yeah, right there. And I'm pretty sure you can get their armor set because I think I got like their pants to drop. But that means you could get the full set, which I need to do sometime because that's kind of cool. Gladiator, get up. Alright, how do I cancel this without rolling? I don't know, so I'll just have to roll. You guys, you know who that was. Fucking CaenisCE. It's so silly, dude. Dude, I almost died, dude. Like, I had like 1 health, and those 2 mobs on me. And then the fucking gargoyle shot me. Yeah, I tried to jump off in a way where I wouldn't get plunge attacked because of the landing animation. Because I think if I had gotten... If I was closer, I think I would have died right there. Okay. This is our Statue of America here. I've actually never died to this boss, but, you know, give it a minute. Poise doesn't matter here. This is alright. This would be alright if I could bleed him, but I don't think I can. Yeah, I'll just do this. More stam, good. I don't need health. Oops. Alright. And the rolling attack on these spears kind of sucks. Yeah, Stomp you need to either roll into or jump over, I think. Reasonable hitbox. That is so bullshit. Like, the stomp timing is like nonsense, and then his range is just so crazy that, like, good luck healing. I don't think I can really swing after that. It feels horrible, like, just not getting to attack there, but my moves are so slow, I think I'll get hit. Maybe I can do R1? Yeah, I can do R1. The fuck? I swear if I'd gotten hit there. How come when we use an axe, it's nothing like this? Chat, why is that? Why can't we do any of that? Alright, got our last talisman pouch, which is really good. Unfortunately, we can't be invaded anymore, but I can always go elsewhere. What I need to do is to get the better version of this, because then I bet you I actually could, wear a helmet. I might be able to now, actually. Yep, I can. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let's see if I can ditch the cape now, then. Although this will actually make me streakily weaker, because it makes me lighter, but I don't need to be lighter. But, the fashion, though. I'll use different armor on this character eventually, but this works for now. I wonder if I got the equip load to wear another one of these. I do. Well, that'll be a big upgrade. I finally got a second one of these, but it's not upgraded and such. Okay, we don't really need to kill Morgott this second. I'll grab the bonfire, though. If I can remember how to do all of that nonsense. See, it's not this way. Yeah, it took me like a week and a half to get a second one of those, dude. But I can't use it right now anyway. Is there loot over there? I don't think so. I remember there's a lot of loot in this area, but I'm not sure I need any of it. You can totally make that jump. I'm trying to sprint before jumping and it's just not coming out. I'm holding down the button, but... Fuck. There we go. I don't think they wanted you to be able to do that, but, I'll take it. You're supposed to, like, go around and, like, go through a broken window on the ceiling to get up here. Yeah, I don't need any of this loot, though. Yeah, right there, that's where you're supposed to get in here. We're going backwards right now. Hey, legend. Pretty sure there's one of those jackass black knives here. Yeah. I'm guessing that if you read their lore, they had to, like, after they killed Godwyn, they actually got, like, wrecked. Like, a lot of them died trying to get out of the capital. I'm assuming this one just got left behind. I don't know how they'd still be alive now, though. Oh my god, I hate this enemy. Like, all of their timings are just complete bullshit. That's kind of just Elden Ring, though, in a nutshell. Like, I gotta say, ultimately, I just don't like Elden Ring PvE very much. Like, I just think it's all dog shit. Like, I like every Souls game except this one when it comes to PvE. And it's because, it's not that it's hard, it's that it's obtuse. Everything in Elden Ring is absurdly obtuse, just for the sake of difficulty. And I don't like that. It's like they just give everything like really weird timings that you couldn't possibly know unless you just memorize the shit out of it. Like, I just have no interest in that. Like, I enjoy the PvP, but I really never enjoy my time PvEing in this game. You know, I like the designs and the build variety and all that, but I think fundamentally the way they designed a lot of the encounters, it's just, them, like, they've gotten, basically the devs know how players play, like, Souls games, and they're like, oh, how can we counter that? So they like to do this when a mob does that, so we'll just, you know, bullshit, give it a hitbox, but that won't work, right? Like, they just do shit like that, and it just feels really fake. I just feel like most of Elden Ring is like that. Like, almost every goddamn thing in Elden Ring is just designed in a way where it's obtuse. Like, I think obtuse is the absolutely perfect way of describing it. Why can't I use this? Am I being invaded right now? I think I'm being invaded right now. I can't even imagine. You know what? Actually, I have invaded here before, and a guy had summoned, what's her name, Melina or whatever, up there, and I killed her, which was pretty funny. And I'm still a cult. I gotta fix that. It sucks. I'm a really bad bleed here, but I'll hit a little bit harder. My normal hits. Oof. I like how you're using the exact same build I am. I feel like that was intentional. Alright, well, we don't actually need to fight Morgott right now, so. But yeah, I do remember I invaded here once, and I got a guy that had Melania, whatever her name is. It was kind of funny, because she's got a pretty unique moveset. I need to do this part. Oh fuck, I didn't hit the switch. Where is that? Yeah, there's a switch somewhere you gotta hit. No, that's not it. Let's see. I think it is around here somewhere. Yeah, Demeter's pretty cool. I don't think she's half as bad as people make her out to be. Like, people act like that's like such an insanely hard fight and like bullshit, and it's not easy, but I think it's pretty fair, and I don't think it's that bad. It's really bad when you don't know what her gimmicks are, though, I will say. Like, the first time I fought it, I was like, Jesus Christ. But once you get used to it, it's not too bad. Yeah, honestly, in PvE, I think I have the most fun when I'm fighting some of the nasty trash mobs. Because those are normally, I think, a bit more reasonable. Not all of them. Some trash mobs are pretty obtuse as well. Like, I think obtuse is just the best word to describe Elden Ring PvE design. Like, that's just the exact way I feel about it. And I really don't care for that. Which sucks, though, because I do like all the movesets on all the weapons, and I like all the build variety and the world design. I think they did exploration better than just about any game I've ever seen. So there's a lot of things about the game that I absolutely love, but it pretty fundamentally does not do... Okay, where the hell is that switch? I know it's like overlooking, like... Maybe it's more that way. I have to look around a bit here. Is it in here? Wow, huh, yeah, I guess it's just in here. Fuck. I think that's the door we need. Actually, hell, I think you can just drop down. Well, yeah, you can just drop down here. But I'm guessing that opens the door as well. Can I survive that fall? I don't know about that. Let's just go the normal way unless we see a better drop off over here. Okay, no, we'll just go the normal way. Yeah, they buffed dogs and rats to just be really tanky. It's a interesting decision on their part. Other way. This character's gonna have to basically beat the entire game, though, because I need the favor ring +2. And actually, I'm gonna have to trade that and give it to my main character because I didn't get it on that character. And they're already on New Game Plus, so... But yeah, there's a lot of like camps and, you know, tricky normal enemy placements and stuff that I definitely like in Elden Ring. But the majority of like the boss design and stuff like that, I just don't like it at all. Which is kind of frustrating because if you want to make a PvP character, you have to do a lot of PvE, so... Now this is so unfair. This is a 2v2 fight, and you're a red, but you can't hit the other red. Where if in a normal PvP match, reds can hit each other. Dual spears are good. They're not. I don't know if fun is the right way to put them. It's fun in that they're good, right? But I don't. Their moveset's not like that interesting, and they have. You use less of your moveset than a lot of other weapons do. Like you mostly do the L1, the jumping attack, the running attack. You do plenty of the running attack, but you don't do a lot of like R2 stuff or. You don't do rolling attacks too much either. You only do rolling attacks when you have to, because the rolling attack on Spear is just kind of bad. That was the easiest that fight has ever been. Like that, I've done that fight a few times, and that was definitely the easiest it's ever been. Now, getting to the upper, because this is a round table hold, it's like exactly the same, kind of wild. You just come at it from a weird angle so you don't notice for a minute. But getting up to the upper part, you have to like go all the way around, but I don't think there's any loot in there that I actually need. I think the only other thing I actually need from this place is to kill the boss that gives a golden seed. And then there's another boss outside, that right here, that gives a golden seed as well. So that'd be 2 more. That'll only put me at 3 though, so that's not enough. Oh yeah, the Holy Whetstone is up top, that's right. Well, this is not a faith character, so I won't need that, but I'll probably get it at some point just cause. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with the round table hold. Like why this place looks exactly the same, but the one you go to, it's like, where is it even located, right? Like you teleport to it, you never figure out where it is physically. So I think I need, if I kill those 2 bosses, I'll need 2 more seeds. I know there's 1 seed underground, the one with like the ants being ridden by the sword ladies. There's 1 there, so I need 1 more. There's some in the giant area, so there's more than you need. Like there's more in the game than you actually need to hit cap. Which was actually a good decision on their part, in my opinion, because the game is so big. And you can also start with a seed as a gift, which I think is the right thing to do if you're going to be a PvP character. So that can cut down on the amount that you need to find by a nice chunk. I will say though, one reason I'm probably not as big of a fan of the PvE as some people, although I've seen a lot of people with the exact same complaints I have, it's not a rare sentiment. But, you know, I am so into the PvP, right? That, you know, the last thing I want to deal with is things that are obtuse, right? Because it wastes a lot of time. And that's, you know, time better spent in my mind on other things. Now, some people figuring out those things is the fun, right? And that's what they play the game for. But, you know, I either want to be fighting a boss that, you know, I actually think is, you know, fun, or I want to be PvPing. And if I'm doing anything other than that, I'm not happy. And so the longer it takes to, you know, trial and error some bullshit moveset, you know, the less happy I'm going to be. But yeah, I need to farm that, those gladiator mobs, because I want to see what their set looks like on the player. Yeah, there's some differences between the two down table holds. You know, like the staircase is broken and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, I mean, it's overwhelmingly basically the exact same thing, right? It's like, there's just really minor stuff like the stairs being broken, and this one's in a bit more, array, right? And see, this is presumably a different blacksmith was here, and that's why there's a whetstone and stuff. But it's, yeah, it's hard to say. And see, this was probably a different deathbed companion. Someone from the password group right there. But this does raise a lot of questions. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that capping. Alright, is that everything? Oh yeah, there's one of Dung Eater's victims here. We are absolutely not doing his ending. Yeah, I know Bloodborne has like there's like a workshop thing, and then Dark Souls 3, you've got kind of the same thing with Firelink. It's the whole shtick. Alright, we need to fight the seed thingy, and then the one outside. I really should have done this stuff first. I don't know why I'm doing it in this order, because I just wanted my talisman pouch, that's the thing. But, if I had done this after, I could have... Or I'd done this stuff first, I could have been invaded while I was doing this. Which way is it? I know where it is, I just don't know what connects to it. You fucking Dung Eater, dude. Okay, not that way. I still have my spears as the wrong infusion. Maybe it's a good thing I'm not getting invaded right now. I think a cold is totally viable, but I don't think it's the way to go when your arcane is as low as mine. Once my arcane is higher, then I think a cold... I don't know, I'll have to play with it. It'll come down to like how much slower is the bleed buildup. I think that'll dictate if I want to use it or not. And hell, we might even do one of each. One bleed, one occult. Because the one with bleed might be enough to get that sweet spot of getting the bleed really quickly. And then it's overkill to have more. And then you can just get more damage. So I could see that being a thing. Okay, I know I'm in the vicinity of what I'm looking for. I'm definitely close. Ridiculously good armor set right there, stat-wise. Alright, anything else I need to do? Actually, it was good I got that armor set, because sometimes it's good for poise min-maxing. Alright, I think I just gotta find that stupid, boss. Ow. Like how that fire was just hitting me that whole time. Maybe he doesn't connect to this part. I know like exactly what the area looks like and all that, and you can drop down the sewer part and stuff. Okay, actually it might be over here. Yeah, I think here we go. Yeah, I normally get to it from over here. So let me look. What, where is this? You son of a bitch! Okay, well, let's just fight the guy. Dude's over here stalling, feeling like PvP all of a sudden. Dude, imagine if these guys had the plume like the blue ones have, but it was like a yellow plume. That would look so good. The ornament looks a little, I don't know, silly. Brilliant game. Well, that was a lot of wasted flasks right there. Not bode well for the boss fight. You can bleed these guys, so it's a shame that I'm not using... See, that's just like Elden Ring in a nutshell right there. Gotta memorize the boss's spawn pattern. Oh my god. I think he just killed and it goes that far. Okay, game. And I'm dead. Lovely. What a stupid fucking enemy. Yeah, I hate that boss. There's just you can't see what it's doing because it's way too big and the camera is all fucked up, and it just has these like flaily, you know, non-stop hitbox movements and stuff. I don't find that very fun or reasonable. And that's one of the most reused enemies in the game too. Like they make you fight him so many times. That takes so long to cast. So I should probably quit to get rid of the knight. Yeah. I don't want to fight that knight every goddamn time. This one is super easy to cheese because he doesn't have a technical boss room. So you can just run away from him anytime you want. You can also kill with range attacks because of that. Or you could just run away and use health regen items and stuff like that. And essentially have unlimited healing. So if you want this one to be dead in one try, it's like one of the easiest ones to do that too. It'll just take a while. I did that once though, where I cheesed it super hard because when it spawned because it's a trash mob technically. It spawned with like the glowy yellow eyes, so it gave bonus souls. And someone in our pass-through group had just killed a shard bearer, so we had the extra souls from that as well. And I was like, okay, I gotta do this. Oh my god, it's like, can't even hit it. Off memory though, they're not actually that hard to knock down if you weave in some R2s. There we go. Probably could have hit it a few more times than that, but... just, you know, roar at it a lot until it dies. I should have just roared again. I would have killed it in like mid-air. That would have been really badass. Dude, it only gives 9,000 souls. When I killed that thing before I was talking about, it gave so many souls because it just had so many multipliers on top of it, each other. Because I also used the this thing that boosts your soul gain. It was like that, it's spawning with the bonus souls. And the bonus soul thing like boosted by like 3 times or something. And then the password thing was like 5% or 10% or something like that. And then I don't actually know how much the multiplier of the this thing is, but yeah, that it was like 60,000 souls or some nonsense. Free to win, true. All right, let me grab that item and then we teleport out of here. I kind of want to. We'll keep playing this character in a minute, but I kind of want to play my low-level character just because I want to use an axe real quick. Got the urge, even though axes are, you know, dog shit, but why am I in combat? How is this combat? Like, how am I in combat right now? Like, with what? There's no way it's the rats over here, because, you know, I just now came over here. With yourself, yeah. What is going on right now? I just, like, what the hell? There we go. All right. Inner demons. So this put me at 3, right? Yeah. Honestly, if I kill Morgott and go to the giant area, I could probably get enough. I'm not sure what it was doing there, but I'll take it. Don't worry, guys, I got a dagger. I don't know if that was worth it. Alright, I think we got a blade proc at the end there. That one is worth ever so slightly less souls than the other one. I'm assuming his stats were a little bit lower, although pretty comparable. Alright, let's I don't think Cairo's here this second, but maybe later. Let's jump on our knight character. I finally destroyed Olympus, feels bad. I do love Lost Belt 5 too, though. Unfortunately, Knight is still censored, so I think I need to rename this character, but I don't know what I don't know what I'll name them. I also need this character to have other weapons, because if I fight an invasion that's actually hard, I'm screwed. I mean, Axe is just so bad, but I made this guy green though, so yeah, that's cool. Going very literal with our name. Got a fashionable beard though, you know, it's not bad. Very knightly. Alright, I'm guessing they're by the lion. Yeah, if we fight like a gank squad or password summons that are like good or just really geared, we're so screwed. I mean, this weapon is absolutely terrible. It's just the weapon art is strong, so it's a gimmick. It's a very gimmicky setup right here. See if I can get them to... Yeah, nice parry, champ. Nice job. That was great. People don't respect this weapon art very much. But it has absolutely insane hyper armor and hit stun. He tried to parry it though, which I'm pretty sure you can't do that. It only does though like 400 damage. It's just nobody levels their health. So how much health do I have? Yeah, I have 900. And if I got like farther in the game, I could have a bunch of trinkets and stuff. I could have more than that. Normally when I invade here, I only have 2 trinkets, not 3. But I find Axe is just so shit. I feel like I needed the extra help. And I mainly just use it for this because it just lowers the FP cost. So. Where are they? They're dead. I think they were just running by. Yeah, they were just running past everything, and they died in the like the hell tunnel here. Axe looks cool though. Yeah, this and Battle Axe are like my 2 favorite axes in the game, or just weapons. They're my favorite weapons in the game, but they're they have the worst moveset in the game. Like I completely stand by that. I think Axe is just the worst moveset in the entire game. The only other thing that is close is like Mace, but Mace at least has like a good R1 for like stagger and hyper armor break and that kind of thing. That is definitely a password summon. But is he a stupid one? So he could have rolled out of that and he just didn't. Like I just gave up there. But yeah, the host got hit by that like 5 times and it's only a 3-hit combo and then you can roll out. This guy's kind of far. He's pretty far into the game now. I haven't it's kind of tough though because I haven't upgraded my equipment at all because he's for level 20, so I can't for matchmaking purposes, so. But he's decently far. I wouldn't use a 4th talisman. I should unlock the 4th talisman though, and then just if I get like, if I fight like a twink, then equip it, but then just don't use it by default. I could use like the ring, the host ring, so you get more green in your fashion. And then if you fight like a twink, then you switch it to an actual item. Yeah, I might do that, actually. But I basically have to use this fashion, which is not super meta, but I kind of have to use it because it's the only armor that's like green, so. That's why I kept the cape, is it's more green. Can't be the Green Knight and not have green. And the Green Knight in most Legends has a battle axe, so, you know, I got that part right too. Too bad axes are trash. I need to set it up where I can use like a halberd or something else. I kind of just walked into it. And that guy just walked into it. What are we doing here? Oh, we're just spamming that guy's password summon. But I just like how they were all just running into it there. At least we got one of them. We almost got the host. But what the hell was that? Like, I like how, you know, the first guy got hit by it, and then the other guy ran into it midway, and then the other guy ran into it like super late. That sucks though that that guy was password summoned because he, you know, Rivers of Blood, and it just kind of instantly killed me there. Okay, I need to get my FP back. Hold on a second. Yeah, at least we got the one guy. Which is funny, the guy that we killed is the one that should absolutely not have died. Because he was the farthest away and had the most warning. And I have to kill these guys to get my souls back. Was I out of stam there? What the hell? Went to swing twice and I just started walking forward. Come on. There we go. Yeah, what's really annoying about Axe is it has a lot of the same cons that Mace has, but it doesn't have the positives that Mace has with the better hyper armor and poise damage and stuff that it does. So you have pretty much all the same negatives with like slow speed, bad range, you know, that kind of stuff. They're not very good hitboxes, and then there's no upside. And the only reason that this axe here is even remotely viable is the weapon art, which has nothing to do with the actual moveset of the weapon. Alright, we'll do one more, then we'll go back to level 60. I really like this character though in terms of fashion and whatnot. Like, he's really cool. Actually probably my favorite character style-wise out of all my characters. He's also the weakest out of all of my characters, but yep, Dark Souls 2 is the only time axes are good. They're okay in Demon Souls though. They're not good, but they're like passable, right? They're like acceptable. So they were workable in Demon Souls, trash in Dark Souls 1, really good in Dark Souls 2, and then well, not exactly trash in Dark Souls 3, just completely inferior to other options in every way. And then they're incredibly bad in Elden Ring. They're probably the weakest they've ever been in Elden Ring. Dark Souls 2, they were really good. They weren't like top tier, but they were like right below that, right? They were like, they were high tier, but not top tier. But that was fine. That was good enough for me. Alright, no roll catching with this thing. Well done. Yeah, I had a feeling that guy was going to try to like whiff punish me, so I just did it again. Dude, I hate katanas because first off, they just do way too much damage, but they're basically designed in a way where you have to roll out, right? You can never like if they hit you the one time, you can never trade with them or hyper armor. Like if they just mash R1, if you're in a corner, you're dead, and you have to be able to back up, and if you can't, you're gonna die. Like I just, god damn it, katanas. Like they just reward like exactly what noobs do, right? Because noobs mash R1, and katanas are just so fucking broken when you mash R1 with them. Especially if you're like, how do I put this? Like in a 1v1, it's not so bad because you can just take your time and be patient and, you know, back out anytime they're swinging like that. But if there's like a time thing where like, okay, you got the host, you know, away from his phantoms for like 20 seconds, right? But you know the phantoms are coming, and so you got to try to kill them or fuck them up in that short window. But they're just mashing R1. You can't do anything. By the time you wait them out, you know, and you have a good opportunity to do something, the phantoms are going to be there, right? It's so obnoxious like that. And like it also roll catches without you having to roll catch. Like most weapons you have to like actually predict the other player's roll and do a deliberate action to roll catch them. Katanas aren't like that. You can just be brainlessly mashing R1 and it'll pretty much always will roll catch somebody if they're close enough to you, right? Like if you hit them with the first R1 and they're mashing roll, you'll normally hit them with the second swing. And it's just stupid shit like that. Oh yeah, this character's name is level your HP. I'll rename them something else later, but at this like lower level, it's just so applicable to a lot of hosts. All right, this character, I forget, chat, how do you get down to like the next part of the lower city place, right? We've done the first two, like the one with the mimic tier and all that. How do you get to the next one? I forget. It's like the one with the ant riders, right? Because I know there's a golden seed down there, and I don't remember how to get to that one. I forget. There's so many, and then there's the one that leads to the giant jar, right? There's the one in Caelid where you like pop up here and you run through the trench and you go up to the giant jar. I don't remember how to get to that one either. I think these guys are just like waiting to be invaded. Well, I'll take a free hit. Okay, I know where this is going. Good news is, oh fucking Christ. FP, we're getting him out of FP, so. I knew that was coming. I just knew that was coming. I thought the other one was actually going to be that. He'll probably do it again. He doesn't have the talisman. Oh, no, there's the talisman. He's out of FP or something, so I think he's getting it back right there. Come on, do it again. Do it again. There you go. Okay, actually, I need to switch to that. But it is like physically impossible unless you're already like really close to them to get aggro on those dragon breaths. Like, so the way they work. Like, they're very anti-aggro. Like, dragon breaths are super anti-aggro, and then people will use it like that non-stop, and then they're surprised Pikachu that you're not being aggro. It's like, you're literally doing the thing that prevents me from being aggro. God. He was just mashing B-step non-stop. And that guy's mashing projectiles. I shouldn't have healed there. That was a mistake. It's gonna be one of these, though. Typical scumbag setup here. I have to look around because that's not very specific. Yeah, I swear, people find all like whatever tactics that allow you to be really powerful with not needing to like do anything. I actually don't like the underground areas very much though, because they all look the same and they're easy to confuse. So like when you make a new character, if you need something from them, it's really annoying. And I just find them kind of repetitive. I don't mind though the giant deer boss. That's kind of cool. Who plays like this, dude? I can't imagine playing, like, being these guys. Like, I just cannot. I would feel like such a fucking bitch. Like, if I played like that. When you're, like, that advantaged, and you're just sitting around doing nothing, waiting for invaders to come to you. Like, it's just the dumbest thing. Look forward to playing with Cairo again soon, though, because we pretty much get to show people how it's done, and that's a lot of fun. Like, being on the host side and being like, aggro as fuck, and it working, like, 95% of the time. Like, the underground zones in a vacuum, I don't mind. It's collectively where I'm just like, okay, this is really wearing out its welcome. Like, you go there so many times. Like, after, like, the third or fourth time, you know, I was kind of just like, okay, we're back here again. And it all kind of just has a very similar aesthetic and blends together. And, I just kind of got tired of it. Yeah, I'll check that later. If you could DM me that, because I know I'm gonna have to do that at some point. I don't wanna... There's just Sky, like, that's another thing. Like, for making a PvP character, you know, it's just so hard to remember. You know, if something is like in the capital, it's obviously easy to remember how to get to the capital, but all the, you know, 10 different underground areas, you know, they start to blend together, it's like, I don't know how to get to the specific one that you need. And look how long it took me to get full health again, though, like, goddamn. Like how they've just been sitting here this entire time doing nothing. And again, they're using this super cheap setup that, you know, most builds could not possibly get aggro on. So, like, what? It just doesn't make any sense. You're doing something that is basically guaranteed for the invader to die if they get aggro, and then you're just sitting there expecting them to get aggro. Like, that's very counterintuitive. Also, I need to get the, I need to get, like, a bow or a crossbow, and then that, obscuring ring, because you can get free. Like, right now, I could just shoot him with a bow and get a free headshot, and that's just a nice chunk of damage. You do that 2 or 3 times, it's a free flask. Well, the good news is they have wasted quite a bit of FP in this fight already. And once this guy's out of B-step, he's so screwed. The only reason he's not getting punished is because he's got B-step iframes. God, he's so fucking predictable. Gotta watch out for the other guy. He's gonna try to give me like Dragon's Breath or some nonsense. Oh, I haven't even hit yet, so I don't need to regen. I need to get this guy to use up more of his FP. What that guy does is literally anytime you just might swing, he just B-steps. And then he just instantly does the attack. Doesn't even delay it or anything. Alright, we gotta regen now. That actually went pretty well. I didn't hit them that many times, but they used a fuckload of FP, so... Once the B-step guy's out of FP, he'll be super fucked. Like, he's crazy predictable, and the only reason he's not getting, like, roll caught constantly is because he's, B-step. I gotta say, I don't really like B-step, the way it works gameplay-wise, because it rewards being sloppy. That's literally what it's for. Like, in PvE, it's fine. I don't have a problem with it in PvE, but in PvP, it allows you to be a moron and not get punished, right? Because it gives you so many iframes that you can do, like, rolling attacks at times that are really stupid, and you probably won't even hit with them, and then but you can't be punished just because you have so many iframes. It's kind of like the flip ring in Dark Souls 1, and I don't really like that design. I don't like things that reward sloppy play. It's one thing to make something easy to use, right? But there's a difference between, like, an attack being easy to use and being very powerful versus something where you can just straight up do something stupid and not get punished for it. Yeah, the only way to really deal with the Dragon Breaths is to either be far enough away from them that you can actually get away, but you have to be decently far for that to work, or you have to be close enough to them to hit them out of it. And like they not have a bunch of poise. What's really cancer is when they've got like the bull armor or the veteran set, or at least the veteran chest piece, and then like the poise ring, and then you can't even hit them out of the goddamn animation. Then it's really stupid. I mean, you do need skill in PvP for like 1v1 and things like that, but when you have the numbers advantage, you really don't. If it's like 3v1 or 2v1, you can be a fucking moron and win. And even the 1v1 right now is kind of cancer, because right now, and hopefully this changes, like as patches come out and the nerf stuff and buff stuff, it'll get more balanced. Because right now, what I think is the more impactful on if you win or lose a match is what your build is. That's more impactful than your own skill. Now, your build should be impactful to an extent, right? But it's supposed to be what gives you your options to pick from, not like the main deciding factor if you win or not. But right now, I think there's so many builds that are so broken and are like paper, rock, scissors to each other that your build a lot of times dictates your odds of winning a lot more so than your own skill. Now, obviously, if you're like godly at the game, you can make up for that. But, you know, most people are going to be average or a bit above average. Fighting someone else that's average or a bit above average. How the fuck did he get behind me? Funnily enough, that won't even matter because they're probably not going to follow me. I'm surprised, though, they were able to get all the way behind me like that. I like how they did all that work. And then they're just gonna let it go, and I'm gonna regen it all back. I like how they're taunting when they're the ones that won't fight, right? They have the numbers advantage, and oh my god, it spawned me right next to them. Thanks, game. Fucking amazing Bloody Finger right there. Dude, I fucking hate Bloody Finger. It always does that. I actually feel like Bloody Finger is so bad, I actually feel like it's coded to be more likely to spawn you near the spawn point you're already at. Because I've noticed it does that all of the time. Like, you'll invade, use Bloody Finger, and you'll spawn where you invaded, right? It does it all of the time. But people like this piss me off so much. They're the kind of people I want to kill, like, the most. Because they're not just passive. Like, they don't just want you to come to them. When you're actually in the active engagement, they also need you to come to them, right? They need you to be constantly walking at them while they constantly backpedal. And it's like, Jesus Christ. So I need to be in, like, a completely different spot in the level. Because, like, it's funny that they didn't follow me there because those mobs are completely useless. Like, they 1,000,000% should have just, when I was that low in health, they should have pressured me. Because if they pressured me, I'd have to flask, right? If I run out of flask, then I'm gonna die. But, yeah, the mobs over there are completely useless. So there was no reason for them not to follow me. But I don't think they know how to be aggressive, so. Oh yeah, I'll point down. They're already taunting and being jackasses, so. So if I'd been paying more attention, though, I would have known that they were doing that because you can see them on the compass, right? And they obviously had to go, like, way around. But I wasn't paying attention. That kind of sucks, though, because, again, they didn't accomplish anything with that. It just takes more time. Now it takes even longer for me to heal. Yeah, that was so stupid of them not to get aggro there. Like, if that was me in Cairo, I guarantee you, if we snuck up on an invader like that, they would be dead. Even if they were like a twink that was really good at the game. If we got that much of a head start, they're at half health and we're already at minimum range, I guarantee you we would have killed them. Because there's no reason to start, you know, being passive at any moment in that situation. Because I can't even swing, because if I hit trade, I'll die. It's so annoying, though. I was, like, almost done healing, and now I have to wait a while again. But, like, idiots like this, like, honestly don't even know, like, how dumb they're being. Like, they don't realize how they're playing, and, like, whoever I attack is gonna play reactionary, and the other one's trying to get me the range attack or whatever. Like, they've never had to fight that, so they have no idea. Like, like I said, they play in the way that punishes being aggro the most possible, and then they expect you to be aggro. It's just bizarre. And I guarantee if I kill one of them, the other one is going to be either Alt F4 or just be the biggest bitch ever. Like, they're not even going to entertain a 1v1. There's not an anti-healing item, but there are weapons that that when they hit you will stop your healing for a while. So he just used Dragon Breath on those hollows. That is a terrible use of FP. Although maybe he's got like the ring on where he gets FP back from kills, but still, that was not a good idea. Alright, one of the best places to fight for me is the graveyard, I would think. I'll mark that in case I need to go somewhere. Because most of the enemies out here aren't particularly helpful. Which is why it is so weird of not being aggressive. Like, the mobs here suck. Mostly hollows. And then like that giant can attack me. So these gold things happen every once in a while at night, and they mean you get more souls. Your soul gain increases. And the reason why they're freaking out and stuff is because these are too far away from the host. So they're not like their rendering priority is low as fuck. Oh, I'm full health. Man, I need that that ring that makes you take less damage the first time you get hit. Also, I need to switch my goddamn spears back to bleed, because again, I don't have the arcane to make a cult good. That's actually a really big mistake. Like, fuck. Yeah, my bleed buildup is... This doesn't even have bleed buildup. Oh my god. Yeah, I need to, Oh, fuck. That's really bad. That's really bad. My damage sucks right now because of that. Yeah, my partisan does not even do bleed, so... My burst potential is pretty crap. Alright, I don't even see the phantom, so I need to be careful here. Alright, there he is. Look, this guy just runs away to his teammate, right? They're over here taunting, and that, when it's 1v1, that's what they do. Look at this guy, dude. He just brainlessly clicks B-step, and then always does the attack. Like, there's no... He doesn't delay it, nothing. I wonder how much FP he's got left. If he's a password summon, it's actually probably quite a bit. And like, anytime you might swing, he just uses it all the time. And he's just wasting so much FP because of that. Like how he just swung like a mile behind me. I hope they follow me up here, because this is where there's actually some mobs. And if a mob distracts one of them, I can fuck up the other one, or at least get them to run out of FP. They're pretty spread out right now, actually. Yeah, I suspect, though, the Phantom is actually password summoned. I think he's got a lot of endurance and mind. I don't know, he could just have blue flasks, but like he's been beast-stepping non-stop. Although he's probably got the trinket on that lowers FP cost of your skill, and if you do that with beast-step, it only costs like 7-8 FP or something. Still, I mean, you use it 3 times, that's quite a chunk still, and he's used it so many times, so he's probably getting kind of low on FP. They've done some minor PvP changes, but when they normally do really big balance changes is when they do a DLC. They normally do massive PvP balance when they do that. But sometimes they'll have like landmark patches before DLC. They're like really meaty patches, and they normally do a good chunk of balance with those. Like Dark Souls 3 had a few pretty hefty patches that were aimed at balance, and then they would do the DLC, which were like really big balance changes. Dark Souls 3 actually did do a good job over the years fixing up the PvP. It's just Dark Souls 3 had bad core mechanics, where Elden Ring has worse balance than like ever. It's probably the worst balance out of any of their games, but it actually has good core mechanics. I was really hoping that guy would be out of B-step by now, though, like, Jesus Christ. Because he plays like a moron, it's just, you cannot punish B-step at all. You can with Storm Stomp, actually, but I don't have it equipped on a weapon on this character. Yeah, Storm Stomp is really good. When he like B-steps into me, if you Storm Stomp, a lot of times that'll get him. Although he's got a bunch of poise, so hard to say if that would work or not. I wonder if Margit is still alive out here. These guys were just camping though, so I don't think so. It's like they killed the gargoyle and everything. Actually, what really can suck is if they're killing like... There's a lot of useless mobs in this zone, like groups of hollows that take 0 effort to kill, and they'll give you back a flask. So if you keep killing those, you can get your blue flask. You can get a healing flask back and a blue flask back. And like your total number of flasks will just be like, you know, 30 or 40 in this zone. Like it's insane. Like just those small groups of hollows, like the 4 hollows walking together, they will give you a flask back. It's kind of stupid. And I think that's what they're doing. So they're getting a FP back by killing useless mobs. And this zone is just full of them. Look at that! When they're separated, he just instantly leaves. Like, there's no world where he's gonna fight me without the other guy around. God, I wish I had my bleed instead of a cult. Getting a chunk of FP from him though. Like he just B-stepped 3 times and that guy fired his thing off. That's all I gotta do right now is just get them to waste weapon arts, because that's the main reason I can't do a lot. Yeah, they're like clearly going after like the wuss mobs and not the like hard parts of the level. So they're getting flasks back that way. Oh my god, I'm so pissed that I have the wrong weapons, dude. Yeah, I don't have like that kind of burst damage where I could like kill the host real fast if he does something stupid. What? God, he's still got B-step, dude. It's crazy. And there's like just no way I can punish that guy right now with B-step. It's hard enough to punish it 1v1, but in 2v1 there's just no way. Like the best I could do is hit trade, but that's not gonna work right now. Where I love how they're taunting, and then when it's gonna be 1v1 for like 10 seconds, he's like, no, gotta run away. Like, fucking ridiculous, dude. I don't really need a second invader, I just need them to actually play the game, but they're not doing that right now. And once B-step guy's out of FP, I think we'll be fine. It really is these trash mobs, though, that are giving them flasks back. That's the real problem. Like, that had any chance of... Oh, shit, Margit is still here. I'm sure they're just gonna run the fuck away now. Fucking Margit, dude. I like how I had no chance of hitting them, and he just throws a dagger at them, and it hits me. Well, that's actually good though, because I don't think he despawns, so that gives me like an area I can move to easier. Dude, I would kill to be able to like fight Margit and an invader and like, you know, 2v2 like that, or 3v2 or whatever, but most people don't even entertain the idea. Like how me and Cairo were literally summoning red signs to fight with the bosses, right? And we still felt like it was too easy. Like we were summoning like marps and shit to fight with the, you know, tree avatar or, you know, whatever the fuck boss we could find. This Margit also I don't think is any higher statted than the one you fight in Stormveil Castle, so he's not actually that tough. I love them running away right there though. And the host, like, I think the host at first thought his buddy was close, and he realized his buddy wasn't close, like earlier. That's why he ran away. He's like, oh god. But seriously, who just sits around doing nothing for this long, trying to get an invader to run into a blender? Oh yeah, that'll work. God, you are so fucked now. Nice spacing. Didn't even hit me, dude. Just mashing R1. Yeah, I think they thought, because, you know, whip is good for, like, zoning and, like, poking at people, but that didn't work at all. What a joke, dude. Like, look how bad that guy is at the game, right? Like, he's that bad, and it takes... The thing is, you can die to him so easily, just because the 2v1 advantage is so broken in this game. And how most people deal with it is they make a twink, right? That's how most... And they make a really broken build. And, you know, that's how they try to fight that stuff head on, because, like, the disadvantage is just so insane. Alright, let's actually have bleed, for God's sakes. I really do need to get a weapon upgraded, though, that has Storm Stomp on it. What would I don't know what I'd want, though. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, Storm Stomp is good against Beast Step. Not, though, if they have an insane amount of poise. It's almost disappointing, like, how bad they are at the game, though. It's like, when it's finally time to go, you know, you want it to be more satisfying than that. But they're so fucking bad at the game that they you know, it's 2 seconds. One thing I don't like is you have people that mash R1, and they'll mash it so many times to get, like, the finisher R1, and a lot of weapons can't actually punish that, which, well, thanks for the run, Art. But, yeah, you can have people do, like, the final hit in their combo, you know, that, and a lot of weapons, even if you, like, rolling attack that attack and then do, you roll into it and do a rolling attack, a lot of weapons won't actually punish it before they can roll, which I think is kind of stupid. Yeah, I promise, you know, and y'all have already seen this, but when me and Cairo stream together and we do the co-op stuff, I promise that kind of game we just saw will never happen, right? We never just sit around waiting for the invader to come to us. Like, that's just the stupidest fucking thing. You know, we're constantly trying to progress with the level, and if the invader gets in the way of our progress, we fight him, right? It's like, it's what you do. Like, the host advantage is so extreme. That's what balances it out, right? You need the invader, because the PvE is too easy in co-op, for God's sake, so you need the invader there generally to make it interesting. Okay, we got 3. Let's see if they'll actually fight the boss. I highly doubt it. This guy's movements already, like, seem really desperate to try to, like, stop me from getting to the boss. Which did not pan out. Yeah, they're not gonna come to over here, I don't think. Oh, I think the boss is coming over anyway. Well, that guy's brave. All right, now we gaming. Oh my god, it locked on to the other guy. Oh my god, the Phantom died to the boss. Oh no, that was just the other Phantom. It just took that long for the message to play. I thought this guy died to the boss. Oh my god, that almost hit me. How did the host die? Like, I don't understand. The boss was attacking this Phantom. How did the host die? Like, what? At least those guys were playing the goddamn video game, though. They just didn't level their health. Yeah, they were just playing. I respect it. I don't know how on earth the host died, but what they needed to do, though, was have the one guy fight the boss and the other two fight me. But what they did is they had the one guy fight the boss, the one guy fight me, die, then the other guy fought me, right? They should have done 2v1 on me and then one on the boss. Dude, I wish we could summon a red for General Radon. Oh my god, that would be... And I wish they would respawn every so often. Like obviously if they die, it should take them a bit to respawn. But, like, you have a red that has no flasks, but respawns in, like, 15 seconds or something. But you obviously can still summon the friendly NPCs and stuff, too. That would be so much fun, dude. There should be a covenant for that. I'd be happy to be on either end of that, dude. I'd be the red or the host side. Okay, where am I right now? Okay, we're looking at down below part. Is the bear alive? Because this is actually a pretty terrible spot to be. Okay, so I want to run that way. I'll get them to waste FP right now, though. Yeah, there are no mobs here other than that one bear, which is not particularly useful. I think they killed the super bear. Either that or I'm just not seeing. Let me look real quick. By the way, you can kite the super bear over to break that statue. Yeah, I think the super bear is dead. Okay. Which does beg the question why the are being so passive right now. This is going to be so annoying. How the fuck did that hit me? Yet again, people playing in a way that makes it impossible to be aggro. And I don't get it. Like, how do they not know how to be aggro? Like, I don't understand. Like, me and Cairo have been on the two side. It is so easy to be, like, it is so much easier to be aggro when you have a teammate than to be aggro when you don't, right? It's not even close. But these people don't even know how to deal with, like, turn and burn. Hey, there's a blue. I'm okay with that because that'll probably get them to follow me. I find the host side is significantly more willing to be aggro when there's 3, because 3 is a pretty overwhelming advantage. You'd probably have to make it so the reds didn't get friendly fired by Radon, because yeah, that would be a problem. God, all the mobs are dead. There's probably mobs up top though, but I don't know if oh, I wonder if the blue's gonna follow me and the other two won't. No, there they are. It'd be kind of fun to have a 1v1 with the blue like that, but most blues are not super willing to do that. Blue is way ahead of the other two. I've been like walking instead of running so he catches up some, because I want to maybe burn him or something. Okay, well the giants are alive. That's interesting. That guy's got enough poise to go through one of my hits. That all comboed. That was a 3-hit combo because fucking host side, dude. You can't get a 2-hit combo, but they can get a 3. I might flask, just because I want to actually fight with these skeletons. Yeah, we'll do it. What? I knew I just gotta do the follow-up, even though there was no way it was gonna hit. One of them is missing, so I gotta be careful about that. Where the hell are the mobs? Had they actually killed these guys or something? No, they're over here, alright. I was wondering if they like already killed some of these dudes. I like how he instantly switches to the bow to start doing that. Yes, Mr. Skeleton. Oh, I should have gotten so aggro there. I thought that skeleton right there was the host. So I moved. I could have killed him there. Sucks. Might be better off bloody fingering to get to the host. Hard to say where he's actually at, and the compass, doesn't indicate too much. So I don't really get why the host stopped. You know what it might be? He might have told his friend to just try to kill me, and then he'll resummon him like way back. Yeah, there's another blue already. It's kind of frustrating. Yeah, I think the host ran back to the dungeon entrance, and then he's just gonna... The guy I just killed is gonna get summoned again, like, right now. Which is so bullshit. But yeah, I should have bloody fingered them, because, yeah, I think that's what they're doing. It's so lame, though, that a blue got in that fast. It does that sometimes, though. Thankfully for me, the host is an idiot. And the blue is over there. He's up top. You can see him up there. I don't think the blue has a compass like I do. It doesn't show me, but it shows the host, and he was probably confused about the elevation, and that's actually kind of reasonable because most hosts wouldn't be down there. But yeah, that host was terrible, so it was super easy to kill him. Because I was kind of on the clock there, because he was probably looking to resummon the guy that I killed, and then obviously the blue. Hey, Gundam guy! I started PvPing recently, and I love the crazy builds people run, but I also get my ass beat by some dude with a giant stone shield and a tiny pokey stick. Yeah, that build is so dumb, dude. The fingerprint shield with the rapier. Most builds, no matter how good you are, you can't beat it. You have to have like one of many, but you have to have a certain kind of setup to be able to deal with the great shield. Like that great shield is just way too tanky. My weapon level's in the stream title, although it's only half true because my offhand is actually lower level because I'm not a twink or anything, so I don't actually have the upgrade material to upgrade my offhand weapon properly. Although we actually looted some stuff, so I probably can upgrade it now. Hopefully a blue will spawn, and then we can 3v1 with the boss. That would be awesome. That did so much damage to me. Oh, he has like power within or something, I think. The host is waiting for me to get busy, like, you know, focusing like 1v1ing this guy, then he's gonna jump attack me. That's their shtick right now. And now it's magic spam, okay, fair enough. Just gotta run him out of FP, you know the drill. Nothing like a Harry Potter. I'm honestly surprised that hit traded. I guess that set has more poise than I thought it did. I thought the set he was wearing didn't have much poise, but I guess not. Neo, now Primo, thank you for the 14 months. Just got Elden Ring this week. I'm having fun and started the PvP. I hope it goes well. It can be a rough time sometimes, but glad you're getting into it. Yeah, there's a lot of this. When you PvP. This is, though, a good reason to twink, though. If you twink, you don't have to do this, but there are other issues at that point. Yeah, thank you for the 14 months. What kind of setup are you using? Because there's quite a few. Oh yeah, I forgot. Spears can do this like rapiers. I really do need to get a good shield on this character then, because there's some matchups where this is the answer. Like when they're like doing the back pedal R1 stuff, that kind of thing. I'll have to see how much strength do I have, because that dictates how good of a shield I can have. 16, that's enough to have a pretty good shield. I mean, hell, even this shield's pretty good, but I think I can wield one better than that one. By the way, I really recommend this shield to new players. It's incredibly easy to get. You get it in a little camp. Like right here, it's on this road. It's pretty early on in this road. It's not a particularly difficult camp to clear, and a treasure chest has that shield in it, and it's a great starting shield. You don't have to farm it like the brass shield, because the brass shield takes 16 strength, and is also kind of a low drop rate. This one you can just bam, pick it up, no waiting, takes only 10 strength, and it's almost as good as the brass shield, and it's a lot lighter. It's a lot lighter. I think it's a great starting shield for like PvE and stuff. Crystal Sword, I haven't actually seen anyone really use that. I know of it, but I haven't seen anyone actually, I think Marp's used it a little bit, but it looks kind of cool. I need to make an int character. I mean, actually I've got one, I just haven't, they're not PvP ready yet. This is such a weird R1 right here. I really need to start like healing though, like my flasks, until I get to like half or lower, and then start regenning, because sometimes you'll win before it would actually come down to the point where you needed to regen. But I like doing it because it just punishes people for being so fucking passive. But it's not like you're ever going to change hosts. Like they were like this in Dark Souls 3. And they're like this in Elden Ring. They weren't really like this though in Dark Souls 1, but that's because the host advantage was pretty strong there as well, but like mobs were a lot weaker, I would say, in Dark Souls 1. But people weren't really afraid of them. Not sure where they ran off to. Kind of funny though, because they were clearly planning on fighting the boss, because that's where they were like looking at when I invaded. Literally just back to this. So he could have rolled out, he just didn't. Okay, he rolled out of that one. God, that does a lot of damage. A little bit of lag there. I wasn't expecting. Oh, I thought they were going to get aggro there, but no. That mob behind me is not even scary, dude. Like, the archer variant is so useless when you get close to them. And, they don't have a lot of health. God, I need to get a bow and that ring, the veil, where you can't be seen. Because when they do shit like this, because hosts do this all the time, you just shoot them. So you're sitting here getting health back, and then they're losing health. I always find this funny, dude. It's like, I don't think they even realize I'm getting health back. Like, you know, I'm being passive for a reason. Where you're just getting whittled down. But yeah, you can do like crossbow and the thing where you disappear when you're far away from people. And when they emote like this, you can just headshot them. So you can get like a free flask off of them. Yeah, I'm over here basically regenerating a flask and they're, you know, slowly losing them. It's great. Yeah, like you're gonna go fight the boss. Like, yeah, right. Like they don't even want to fight the dumb giant, dude. Incredible strategy on that one. Surely you're not out of flasks. Yeah, I think he was, I don't know, maybe he was regening that whole time or something, I don't know. With the ring. But we got the flask off of him there, so. Oh, I guess that does block healing. I don't know. The aura went away immediately and I can heal, so maybe not. Dude, that fucking combo, that is so frustrating. Like, you can hit one time and just because of the fucking blender, you almost die. Like, they're not even doing anything. They weren't roll catching. They're just mashing attack as fast as humanly possible, and you almost die immediately. God, that is so annoying. Oh, please. I don't know what he was thinking there. Like I was out of flasks or something. Good job. Well, this is going to be easy unless this guy is secretly a pro. He does have a run arc, so he's got really high stats. Oh, where did all that bravery go? Well, amazing. That was funny though. I think that guy thought I was out of flasks or something. So he's like, let me just try to hit him one time. Yeah, I'm actually surprised he didn't disconnect. That was like anticlimactic. You know what they could have done was just fought, right? They could have just fought, you know, together instead of just standing around like idiots. It's best when you invade and they're already fighting the boss, so they can't back out. But then there's 3 of them. But I will say, because that boss is kind of nasty. It's 2v1 against that boss and an invader. I think would favor the invader. Because like again, that boss is just really nasty. Well, I mean, the boss can also hit the invaders. There is that. But 3v1 with an invader, though, that's pretty fair, I think. Yep, I know, Cap, and it is kind of strange. Does NA have Caligula's animation update? That'll suck if they don't. They really should give it to them for Lost Belt 5, but NA's not exactly consistent. Like, NA's not consistent at all when it comes to how they handle animation updates. NA's kind of like an afterthought, right? So I think they do cool things for NA when it, like, the timing works out and they happen to think about it. But it's pretty obvious that NA is just not their priority. Also, I guess NA's under new management because the JP dev has always been the one that actually managed NA. The NA team was just localization. And because, you know, DW is gone now and we are now under the rule of lasagna, they're in charge of NA. So we'll just have to see how they do stuff. They might have different policies and whatnot. Wouldn't shock me if they just copy paste. Oh, hey, they're already fighting the boss, I think. Okay, that is the NPC, who is outrageously tanky. Let's try to kill the AI. Mr. Boss, please. I can kill the host pretty easy, but you gotta demoralize him. Or, you know, he could just kill himself. What was really funny about that was the boss was not aiming for the host. There we go. But yeah, the boss was not aiming for the host. Yeah, that NPC is unbelievably tanky. Like, it's crazy. Which one is that? Is that the one that shoots out the yellow shit? I can't remember. I get some of them confused. There's so many of like those. A lot of the wackier weapons. I don't remember the names of them. It's good. I've never used it, but I've fought a lot of people using it. I think it's good if you have the numbers advantage, right? Like if you're the 2 versus the 1. I'm not so sure it's great in 1v1. It depends. Might depend on the build. If you can like throw 2 of those rings out and then get on them really quick, so they have to like worry about multiple timings, then that could be pretty good. But I've never seen anyone use it to great effect in 1v1, but that doesn't mean it can't be used and good in 1v1. But it's definitely good for invasions, because chaotic situations. Like if I had it right now and I just started spamming the projectile at these guys fighting the boss, right? That'd be a huge problem for them. I've seen here in this picture. I was just like backstepping. I knew the boss was probably gonna kill him, so. What that guy should have done was just run away. Should have gotten out of there. Yeah, it's good for shenanigans. Like absolutely, it's good for shenanigans. Oh, and thank you for the sub, Zelos. Excuse me. Roman 1 week. Oh right, Romulus, Roma in 1 week. Yeah, I'm gonna roll then on an A. My odds aren't great because I haven't been logging into NA for like a year, but I've got some SQ and summon tickets, so we'll see if I can get them. Not a big deal if I don't, because I've got them on JP, so I'm happy. I love my my Super Romulus. Honestly, I wouldn't be against making a Romulus character in this game. Gotta be really careful though, the boss can hit me with those big shockwaves. I am really surprised I did not hit him with that. There we go. He was just mashing that dumb weapon art. That guy's still dying. I could obviously focus on the host. Oh my god, I didn't want the host to die. I wanted to kill this guy first. God damn it. That host though was like desperate to try to like gank me while I was busy with someone else. So he'd rather, like if he knows if he gets away from the boss, I would just kill the NPC and then he'd have to 1v1 and then he's not gonna want to do that, so. Yeah, it sucks you gotta wait a week. The story's already out. So I actually think FGO would make more money if they did it where like, when you beat the story, or you get up to the point in the story that like Romulus is in it, his banner unlocks. Now his banner will unlock in a week no matter what, so even if you don't do the story, you can roll on him. But that way, people can get him early if they complete the story and they've seen him, so that, you know, it's like, surprise, right? I think that they would make more money that way. And not just for Romulus, just like in general when they do part 2 banners. I think that would like work really well. So there's no mobs around here, so I'm gonna have to be careful. So he just sent that guy home because he thought he couldn't go into the dungeon because of the Phantom, and he was gonna resummon him inside, but it's because of me. That's really funny. He sent his fucking Phantom home because I think he thought that he could send the Phantom home and go through the fog, and that would kick me out. I think that's what he thought, but nope. Should have kept the Phantom around. I don't. It doesn't really matter if they're gonna rush the story though, because people are gonna do that anyway. Like the kind of people that don't care are gonna rush the story one way or the other, and the people that want to read it are gonna read it. So. Like, there's a pretty big demographic split when it comes to people that do or do not care about the story, and I think it's not too hard to cater to both. And that's actually something I really like about Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Demon Souls. The story's optional. And they do that on purpose. They put loads of FromSoft puts way more effort into the story than most games. I mean, Miyazaki personally writes most of the item descriptions, and he puts so much like thought and effort into them, like so much effort. And all the NPCs and the placements, you know, there's so much effort put into that. But it's completely optional. If you don't want to cover the story, you can skip every cutscene. You don't have to read any of the item descriptions. You don't have to talk to any of the NPCs, and you can still play the game, fight all the bosses, get the loot, and have a good time, right? So you can play the game however you want. You know, if you want to dig deeper, you can. If you don't give a shit, you don't have to. Like, I love that about Dark Souls. It's not pretentious at all. Like, it's kind of funny. I think it'd be so easy for Miyazaki to be pretentious, right, when it comes to, like, the story. But he is so the opposite of that, right? He's very... He does it intentionally, right? He knows a lot of people, even though he puts, you know, ungodly amounts of time into the story and the writing and everything. He knows a lot of people just aren't going to care, and he's okay with that. But he still puts in the effort for all the people that do care. And that is such a good mindset. I have so much respect for that mindset. Because Miyazaki, obviously, Miyazaki's not a PvPer, right? I'm pretty sure someone else at FromSoft is in charge of the PvP stuff. You know, he doesn't, and he's not, Miyazaki's the kind of person that wants to get into the story, wants to be immersed, wants to roleplay, and he puts just so much time into the item descriptions and all that. But he's completely aware that not everyone is like that. Right? So even though he puts all that stuff in there for players like him and making a game that like he wants to play, he is still very conscious of all the people that don't want that. And he's okay with it, right? He's not like being like, oh my god, you have to play my way or the highway. He's not like that at all. That guy's using double Rivers of Blood. And he's just gonna spam the fucking weapon art. And then that's the fucking Frost Dragon Breath, which is hitting me from a mile away. I'm pretty screwed here because, actually, I don't think I got frostbitten, so my stam regen is actually not completely fucked. Oh, good, the gargoyles here as well. Okay, it's not so bad now. But if I was frostbitten there, I would have been in so much trouble. God, even though they're all like this, I pretty much guarantee you they're not gonna come at me. I'm not really in the mood to just be sitting around. This happens too much out here. It's because it's too open. I should probably invade inside. It's too easy for the host side to do this kind of thing in this map. Yeah, there's definitely some translation issues. Yeah, I've seen that where it's you know, says it's made out of iron and but it's made out of steel and shit like that. Oh, I got hit by fire? What the hell had fire on it? Can you infuse rivers of blood? Has that guy made it fire? That's funny, because if that's what they did, they could have, that screwed them, because if I was frostbitten there, I would have been dead. Well, they'd have to have gotten aggressive, but like I would have been so screwed if my stam wasn't regenerating quickly there. Like they might have had to like try to finish me off right as the gargoyle spawned, but I don't think it would have been that bad for them. It has fire naturally? Okay, well, that's terrible synergy on their part. That guy should have done the rot one then, the Scarlet Rot. Actually, the Ronnie ending I don't think has a mistranslation. That is just the same shit that everyone, I've seen that, and that's bullshit. It's the same thing that people act like with Dark Souls. I gotta stress this, Elden Ring, and Dark Souls originally, but eventually got a Japanese version. Elden Ring, it doesn't have Japanese dialogue. It doesn't, it never has. And what FromSoft has always done, and they've literally posted behind the scenes stuff of this, FromSoft works very closely, I forget the company name, but there's a specific company they always work with to do the voice acting for the NPCs. And they always design it with English in mind every time. Every game they've done this way, and they've literally talked about this in like a behind the scenes thing, where like FromSoft is just personally there with the with that studio that does the voice acting, and they go over like so much effort to make sure the English voice acting is what they want. And people always act like when there's a difference in the Japanese like subtitles that's a mistake on the English part. It's the other way around. They do the English first, and then someone else does the goddamn Japanese subtitles. I don't know why so many people get this wrong, because it's really, like, FromSoft has been pretty clear about it, and it's also something you can't not look into if you're going to start talking about mistranslations. And I've seen this over and over again with Dark Souls, where people are like, oh, this is not translated right, because in the Japanese version they say this. But there literally was no Japanese version for Dark Souls 1 for a super long time. I don't think there was ever one for Demon Souls. And yeah, FromSoft has just said they design it with English in mind first. And the reason they do that, it's twofold. A big part is just because Miyazaki wants these games to be very like influenced by, you know, Knights of the Round Table and, you know, those fantasy, the Western fantasy stories. And it's because he said he made these games because when he was growing up, he loved those kind of Western fantasy stories, and even though he didn't know English very well, he liked them anyway. And because he didn't understand English very well at the time, he would like fill in the gaps with, you know, his own made-up lore, and that's why Dark Souls is kind of vague with the story. But yeah, every goddamn game this happens, where there'll be like a difference between the English and the Japanese, and people are like, oh, the English one's wrong because FromSoft's a Japanese company. I'm like, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. And like, you know, you never know behind closed doors what the hell can happen, right? You know, things can change, and, you know, so unless FromSoft comes out and says this is wrong, it's not wrong. And off of FromSoft's history, it's actually most likely to be the other way around, where the Japanese one is actually wrong. Especially when it comes to the voice acting, because they're so meticulous with the voice acting. Like, and they've been, I mean, like I said, crystal clear about that. Oh, I'm full health. Excuse me. But yeah, I've just noticed people don't realize that like most of the games don't even have a Japanese version, and they didn't start making like Japanese versions for their games, like for the dialogue and such. They didn't start, I think, until like Dark Souls like 2, I think. They eventually went back and put it in Dark Souls 1, but it wasn't there originally. Okay, they ran off somewhere. Yeah, some item descriptions, it's the same thing though, we don't know how they handle a lot of stuff with item descriptions. I always love when they taunt, but then they're only wanting to be brave when it's 2v1 and I run into them. Ridiculous. Anyway, but with the Ronnie thing, it's dialogue, it's not an item description. Also, there's just certain things that do not translate from English to Japanese, and I think a lot of times FromSoft might literally tell the translator to do it this way, and then people are just misinterpreting the Japanese, or they're not realizing that it's vague on purpose. The Japanese language is so context specific. They don't have like pronouns like English does, right? They literally like the Japanese, like there was a whole pronoun issue with like Ferris and stuff, and to this day we're not even sure what it's supposed to be. And Miyazaki has literally just played into that because he's done it in like every game. They had like the character like Longbow Ulan, and there was like this whole thing with like the original and like Ferris, right? You had the original Ferris and the person that found Ferris's gear, and then in like Dark Souls 2, they like basically made fun of the fact that like the legend got warped over time and people didn't understand that the original person wasn't the person that actually found the gear and all that. Like that kind of stuff has like fucked with the community forever, and it's just because English and Japanese are such different languages. Like they're just such fundamentally different languages. And a lot of times what happens is you'll have something in Japanese that should be literally translated in English and to describe X. But in Japanese, it's not supposed to describe X because that's just, the Japanese language is fucking, bizarre, and it's very context specific. And a lot of times, like, they might be intentionally trying to make you think it's X, but Miyazaki actually means Y, and he's intentionally being obtuse, right? And then so when the English correctly translates it as Y, because Miyazaki told them to translate it as Y, people are like, no, it's supposed to be X! Like, that happens all the time, and it's because people are fucking morons and they think they are the arbiters of language, and they know how the game is supposed to be more so than Miyazaki does. It's crazy, right? If Miyazaki doesn't say it's wrong, cool your britches. Like, I really find it ridiculous. It's just, like, the ego is just, it's insane. I always love hosts like this, though. Like, they think I'm just gonna run into the blender and die. And like this is what's funny, okay? It is so much easier to fight one invader with some mobs on their side than it is for an invader to fight multiple players, right? And they're not gonna have it, right? They're just not gonna fucking have it. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of issues with pronouns between Japanese and English, and it's because people try to apply our sensibilities and how we view like pronouns onto like the way Japanese people speak, and I see like both camps try to like make a point out of it, and it's just stupid, right? When like the Japanese language fundamentally just doesn't work that way. Yeah, I think a lot of this drama just comes about where people don't understand Japanese very well. Yeah, I get so tired of like YouTube videos of fucking Sherlock Holmes trying to be like, oh, this is mistranslated, and it's just like, it's so stupid. And honestly, I don't really like the Japanese language and how vague it can be, and how it's all about like double meanings and like meaning within meaning and stuff, and it gets really annoying, to be honest. But anybody that knows Japanese well will tell you it's never going to be as crystal as, oh, this is, you know, this just means this, right? Right, it just doesn't work. The Japanese language just fundamentally doesn't work that way. It is so, it's a very suggestive language. It's and very subjective, which is crazy to say, but that's just what it is. Which I don't like. I don't like that about the Japanese language. But yeah, that's just my personal, you know, opinion. Right? It's just, not my cup of tea. Let's see if I can get them to waste some FP, because, as always, the FP spam is the main thing you have to worry about. Real brave here. I always just love, it's not just that they need you to come to them, but you have to also be the aggressor in the, like, you know, moment-to-moment gameplay. You know, they literally can't deal with turn and burn. That's like the whole problem. I cannot look, this is somebody that's killed a bunch of people by just spamming Rivers of Blood. So he knows how like broken it is, so he just tries to throw it out and land it as often as possible. Because like there was no chance of even that one right there. There was no chance of that hitting, right? But he's just so greedy for it, he's throwing it out anyway. I mean, literally anytime he thinks I might walk into its weapon arc, he's just throwing it out. I mean, just, at least he didn't do it there. That would have really been bad. I mean, just expect me to walk into it and die. Like that's gonna happen. This guy's probably password summoned too. I like how that guy always backs off, trying to get to his teammate. Uh-oh. Like how they're avoiding Margit too. I don't think anything lets you Naruto run. I gotta say, the running animation in this game is kind of bad. It's like your arms don't move. It's like your torso's fine and your legs are fine. It's the arms. The arms look really stupid when you're running generally. Like, what the hell? Like, what are we doing with our arms here? Oh, you're right, she does. Yeah, I've seen it. She has like a complete custom moveset. It was actually pretty fun to fight her because like I said, I invaded someone that had summoned her. And I killed the Phantom that was with them, and the host was being a complete pussy, so I was able to just like 1v1 her Phantom, which was kind of cool. What's fucked up is a lot of these group of hollows out here will give them flasks back. And they're just sitting around doing nothing. If I can get some more FP out of them. That was the freest FP I think I've ever gotten right there. Oh god. I barely got out of the range of that. Like, just barely. Thankfully, that takes a huge amount of FP, so that's good for me. I knew he was doing that. He was just trying to get as close as possible to throw that out. Oh my god. Dude, Rivers of Blood is so dumb. Like, he didn't even hit me, he missed, and he got half bleed proc on me. By missing, he got half bleed proc on me. So if he then missed again, I would have gotten blood loss. I guarantee you he's just fishing for it right now. Maybe he's out of FP? I don't want it to be stupid and start fighting him like normal, because then I'll get blasted. But I noticed he's not throwing it out as much anymore. But it could just be a trick. That rock just ate like 3 of my rolls. He might be out of FP. I feel like he would have used it by now. If he wasn't. What an idiot. Out of all that, you just die to like that super telegraphed move. That's so underwhelming. That's why they're pussies. I mean, right there. That is why they're pussies, because they're that bad at the game. They're that bad at the game, and they're aware of it, so they know. That's why they're so scared to fight an invader with a fucking trash mob. Oh my god. That's just... You have to waste that much time for a guy that's that bad at the game. Like, they're that weak. But it's just so easy for you to die in like a blender. But yeah, I guess that guy was out of FP, so no more Rivers of Blood. That sucks because I could have punished a lot of the shit he was doing. The only reason I wasn't punishing it was because I was worried he'd start throwing it out again. Because it, you know, it does like half your health, if not more, so. He's been super gun shy. But yeah, I think I could have actually been smacking him that whole time. My guess is that guy only had 1 FP flask, or none. He's probably high level, because he used it so many times, because that fight at the very beginning, he was throwing it out a lot. So he's probably high level and had a big FP bar, but then I think once he was out, he was just out, and that was it. But I tell you, even if you're not getting hits in on the host, if you're just taking their FP, that's progress. Like, that's big progress. Like, once the host side runs out of like their idiot shit they can spam, they're normally so bad at the game that they're pretty helpless. I hate that spell. You cannot dodge it at most ranges. And I remember early on, I mean, look, that's so ridiculous. I hate that spell. It's actually probably my least favorite spell in the game because it's so much easier to do than the Dragon Breath, and you can't dodge it. You can only dodge it if you're super close to them and or incredibly far away, right? I just think that's so dumb. It's like, it's brainless, it's so easy to use, and you fucking can't dodge it. And in a 1v1, it's not that good. I mean, it's good. It's better than the Dragon Breath in a 1v1. Like, Dragon Breath is useless in a 1v1, but that spell's still kind of good. But you can get close to them and stop them from doing it and actually dodge it at close range. But yeah, in medium range, you can't dodge it. It's stupid. Yeah, I'm sure, I imagine people that use Rivers of Blood like that probably do want that medallion that... Oh, I don't have it. I need to get it. I've done the thing to get it, so I need to do that. But yeah, the lower FP cost thing. You know, these guys actually might be playing through the level though, so I might want to... Yeah, they are. I'll heal and go after them. I wish hosts weren't such pussies, dude. The game would be so much more fun. Like, it's twofold. You know, FromSoft made the game in a way that favors the hosts to such a ludicrous degree that... Are you kidding me? Okay, at least it wasn't the host. That's why they're pussies. There's 2 of them together, and they just died to thralls, right? That's why they're pussies, right there. And so, like, that's why, like, they have no, you know, no backbone to fight an invader, even with like hollows. He also had 690 health. Yeah, that's it. That's why most hosts are pussies. It's because they're just horrible at the game. Because most people that are good at the game don't co-op. Just, it is what it is. But then you don't have to be good. That's what bothers me. You don't have to be good at the game to win as the host, right? You can be idiots like that and idiots like the one we just invaded before them, and you'll actually beat most invaders. Almost everyone, actually I'd say everyone we've invaded today would kill the majority of the Reds that invade. Not all of them. There are other Reds that are better than me or even more patient than me, or just have really OP builds. Because I was like Twinks a lot of times can just murder them head on, but most Reds that invade, they will kill, right? Because most Reds don't have the patience, and they will die to the stupid, you know, Rivers of Blood spam with spell spam, Dragon Breath nonsense, you know, Blender shenanigans, and most invaders just die to it. I don't know how you make it to this level with that low of health. Like, what on earth do you need? What is so pressing that you need to level up to the point that you can't even get 1,000 health? It's not like it's hard to get to 1,000 health in this game. You don't need that much vigor, right? I have almost 2,000 health, and they were over there with 690, and I'm not even a twink. If I was a twink, I could have rings that give me way more. Oh, the mobs are dead. Okay, why? I don't know why I thought otherwise. I have thought this red was going to attack me. Why would you do that? Why would you do Dragon Rot Breath at super close range when you have a teammate and there's a guy with Rivers of Blood? See, like that invader right there, that's what I'm talking about, right? Invaders like that are going to die so quickly to idiots just spamming dumb crap, right? You don't need to do anything advanced. I need to get back up there. Well, I need to be ready to get back up there in case another red joins in. Like I always say, get the stats to wield whatever weapon you want to use, or whatever spell you're wanting to build around, or whatever it is, right? Get the stats for that, and then level health, right? That's what you do. You get the minimum stats to use what you want to use, and then level your goddamn health. I really wish I had the cat ring right now, because fighting up here, it's like the only easy escape is to cat ring off. And see, these other reds are just gonna run into the blender and die and give the host. Yeah, these guys are looking to be invaded, and like, you know, they're using a run arc and all that nonsense. This guy's got the ring. Yeah, this guy's like super twinked. Oh, and there's another one. There's 3 of them, actually. No, he must have just gone around. Yeah, he went around. That's the same guy. Yeah, he went down and then around. Like, he went right here. And that host is kind of a one-trick pony, it looks like. He's got the super fast flame thing, and he's just running up and spamming it. I need to fight them at the same time with the other red. But I don't even know where the other red is. I don't want the other red to just run in there and die for free. Okay, the page is dead. Yeah, they've killed everything up here. Trying to figure out where the other red is. Bloodstep is really good with Greatsword, though, if you know what you're doing. Yeah, I'm not sure where the other red's at. I'm gonna bait out this guy's bullshit. Yeah, he's just spamming it, dude. So, the good news is, you can waste his FP. The bad news is, when another red dies, they just get a blue flashback. So, it's a big problem. And I don't know where the other red is. I don't think the other red even knows I'm here. Oh my god, the other red just stoned out. That is so bad. Because I don't think people know this yet, but when you stone out, the host gets a victory. They get all the rewards. They get the finger, they get the flasks, everything. It's like, it's exactly like you died. Like, it's identical. So that he just gave them a bunch of flashback. That guy just screwed me, dude. That sucks. Yeah, it's actually so much harder to run people out. Wait, how is there already another red here? I didn't see an invasion message. What? That's weird. He invaded before the message. This guy is so twinked, though. I think he's got, like, all of the late game rings. Hopefully my fellow red is competent here, but... We're at a huge disadvantage though, because one, the host side is twinked, and he's got a run arc, and they can't hit each other, and we can't hit each other, so this is gonna be pretty rough. Especially because he's whips, it's gonna be so easy for him to hit me with the whips. Should really have gone the other way, but... Be behind us? No. Oh, this other red makes me nervous. Please be good at the game. God, I hate that reds can hit each other though, it's super shit. Hey, that guy's gonna try to parry. Oh my god. Okay, my guy's fucking him up big time. Yeah, nice parry. Problem is the host has way more flasks than everyone else, so we have to really fuck him up to win. Oh my god, it made me fucking crouch, dude. And just my movement activated it. He was trying to Dragon Breath me. So I can pretty much guarantee you the host would be dead right now if he didn't have run arc and the extra flasks, because he'd just be getting pulverized. Yes, feels so good, man. And we kicked their asses. Like that they got super wrecked. Like every time either one of them interacted with either one of us, we were winning. Like when the host fought me, he was getting his ass kicked. When the Phantom fought me, he was getting his ass kicked. When the host fought the whip guy, he was getting his ass kicked. When the Phantom fought the whip guy, he was getting his ass kicked. So what the host side needed to do to win that, because let's be honest, they were not as good at the game. The only reason it was close was because they had the run arc and they had the extra healing. But what they needed to do was abuse the fact that they could not hit each other and we could hit each other. That's a big thing in 2v2. And on the host side, you want to try to keep the players somewhat close to each other, because if the Reds just accidentally hit each other once, that's a huge turnaround in your favor, because that hit stuns them, you know, it interrupts them, everything. It's more damage. It's a really big thing. But I think they were unable to do that because they couldn't like deal with spacing while also worrying about that kind of thing. So, but yeah, I'm so glad that player was actually good. Like that other red was fine. He knew what he was doing. I was trying to keep an eye on things when I could to assist. That's always important in a 2v2. Is try to, if you can, try to look for an opportunity to switch targets and get away with it. It's harder for Reds to do that though. It's much harder for Reds to do that. Because you might, not only do you have to deal with the typical stuff, but you might accidentally hit your teammate. You were, they're probably twinking that guy out. He's giving him items. If that fight was faster, I probably could have yeeted that item. I've done that before. It's really funny. That's so silly that my thing didn't hit. I don't get why the host wasn't helping him, but you're fucking dead now. Yeah, I'm sure you're totally gonna get that parry, man. Yeah, just keep doing it. Bubble time. I have no idea why that guy didn't help the Phantom out, especially because these two shits were here. Well, I guess it was just this one. The other one's kind of busy blowing. You think it's worth staying level 60 plus 3? Plus 3 is too low. Unless you mean Bubble Boy, indeed. I think they're ladies, but either way. Even at Somber, plus 3 is too low. I think 60 you should be like plus 10 to plus 15, somewhere in there. Like right now I'm plus 12, which seems pretty good. Plus 11 on this one, but I could probably fix that. But anyway, yeah, I think at 60 around plus 12 is good, and if for Somber that's plus 6. I think that's about right. And what else did you say? And 40. Wait, I'm so confused. What do you mean? Worth staying at level 60 plus 3 or 40 plus 20? That's so backwards, because that's the opposite. At 40 plus 20 is too high. Am I missing context here? I feel like I'm missing half of the question. Because that's so backwards, right? At 60 you should be higher upgrade, and at 40 you should be lower. Assuming you're wanting to get matchmaking, right? Wanting to actually get other people. But yeah, the game, if you don't know, the game factors in your weapon upgrade into your matchmaking. Well, okay, so this is very important. This is FromSoft's fault because the game does not explain this to you. Every game has been like this since Demon's Souls, and the game does a terrible job of explaining this. Boy, I don't even know how to explain this. Okay, so I'll literally show it. That's probably one of the better ways I can do it. Let me I need a regular long sword and then one of these. I think I have to buy one. Chat, I'm gonna waste souls to explain this. I gotta go buy a straight sword here. Or long sword, excuse me. Okay. So, if I equip this long sword, it has D scaling in strength, D scaling in dex. This weapon also has D scaling in strength and D scaling in dex. But if you look, the strength is turning red and the dex is turning blue. And that's because there's more, it's not just A, B, C, D, right? There is like D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, right? The game just doesn't show you. So when you upgrade your greatsword, even though it's not switching from B to A, it is increasing scaling. So each time you upgrade the greatsword, it does gain more oomph per point of strength, right? It doesn't just gain the base damage, it's getting even more damage per point of strength. So you don't really have to worry about that moment when it turns from B to A. That doesn't matter, right? Because like, you know, B10 versus A0 is barely any different, right? They're basically the same thing. And same from like B9 to B10 or A3 to A4. And thank you for the sub. So for a greatsword setup, if you're wanting to do PvP stuff, or even co-op stuff, right? Just pick the upgrade rank that is correct for that level range. Don't worry about the scaling. But yeah, I appreciate the sub, man. But yeah, From just does a bad job of explaining that. None of their games have ever... The only way you can even notice that it's a thing is just the fact that when you upgrade a weapon, you can see that the scaling goes up a bit more. And also weapons like this that show that there's a difference between, you know, one and the other, right? That's the only way you can tell. But yeah, it's a thing. It's an under the hood thing. Also, it's been data mined, right? People data mine everything, but I need to start leveling up this spear though. It's just objectively better for my setup. Let me see if I've got what I need to do that. This character is 60 right now, but this character is going to be an 80 character, but I probably won't go to 80 until I'm like ready, right? I need to have like the gear ready to go and all that. Because I think if we fought like proper level 80s, like other people that have really set up and made a strong character, we'd be in a bad way. But yeah, it's not uncommon. Like a lot of people are unaware of that because the UI lies to you. Okay, let's see what I can do here. This takes quite... Dude, taking a weapon from +0 to +25 is not a fun experience. Okay, there, we're both +12. And I can make it bleed. So I should have been doing this for all these fights we were doing because I would have just been straight up stronger. Let's see, I almost want to go Storm Stomp. The reason I like having one with Impaling Thrust is if you fight some idiot with a great shield that doesn't know how to roll, it lets you poke at them. But Storm Stomp's nice for people that are doing these step nonsense. Ultimately, I just need both. Here's what we'll do. We'll have a we'll use Partisan for now as like backup. Do I do cold just to have a different? For PvE, I should do cold, but for PvP, I should just stick with bleed. That's tricky. Maybe I do cold on my curved swords for PvE. I could. That's okay. All right, let's see. That means I want. Let's see, Storm Stomp. Where are we at? I need to get more weapon arts. Holy crap. And in this one, I can't imagine it mattering very much. I can always do quick step if I think it's the right time for it. That one's not leveled up right now, but it will be eventually. So these would be for PvE then, and obviously bleed is probably better than frost because I'm not int, I'm arcane, kind of. But sometimes you just need a different damage type. For like the enemy you're fighting. Now Scimitar is absolute trash, but I just don't have access to another good curved sword right now. These two, I guess we could just make straight damage. Or occult. Yeah, we'll make these occult. That makes sense. I need to clone Beast Roar. I need to use an Ash thingy to do that. I don't know, I'll try something weird. Oh, this, if you do that, you can't do occult. What's this do again? I think it's like iframes or something. Yeah, you can't do it with those. Screw it, we'll do this thing. Alright. That gives me really good options. Now, those things are unfortunately not upgraded, so... I only have the upgrade material to take them to like 8 with my souls. I'll wait to upgrade them for now. I don't think it's a big deal. Yeah, Frost lowers defense, slows regen, and does burst damage. It's quite good. Bleed is generally better though, because the hit stun and the more upfront damage. And also I'm arcane, so my bleed is stronger because I'm arcane. Where if you're int, then Frost is really good. I think bleed is going to get nerfed, and rightfully so. Have I not gone to that church yet? Let me go check. But yeah, bleed is probably going to get nerfed at some point, and then I think Frost will be our new overlords, so. I don't know, they might not nerf bleed. They might just be like, fuck it, we're keeping it. But I think they need to nerf it. They either need to nerf it, or they need to make everyone more tanky. Yeah, I think Sleep and Frost will fly under the radar, at least for a long time. Because Sleep is only on one weapon in the entire game. But yeah, Madness is a problem. Madness is way too good. Bleed is way too good. And honestly, Frostbite is too good, but I don't think it'll get nerfed anytime soon. Unless they do some kind of blanket nerf to status effects where like they build up slower in PvP or something. Yeah, I could see the DLC doing sleep stuff, absolutely. Especially if they continue the whole Saint Trina actually being Mikola. Now, they might not, because that's cut content. And it's cut content in a way that some cut content is clearly cut for time, and they just couldn't get around to finishing it, right? But there's also cut content where they like change their mind on something, and they're like, oh, this just isn't what we want. And the Saint Trina stuff being Mikola, that could well be stuff that they're just like, nah, we don't want to do that. But it's hard to say. The problem with Madness is, yes, it's only on one weapon, but that weapon happens to be very good, and you can dual wield it, and then you build, it's just, like, Madness is insane. It is way too powerful of an effect. And if you're dual wielding the spear that does it, you can apply Madness to someone in no time. I mean, it takes so little effort to do it. I hope the DLC is actually kind of normal. I want more normie stuff, but it's hard to say. I mean, look at FromSoft's track record with DLC. They're all over the map. Sometimes they make it really grounded and down to earth. Sometimes they make it insanely wacky and weird. I am way off the beaten path here. I should go somewhere where my chat can invade me. We haven't been doing that in a while. That was pretty cool when CaenisCE invaded me. That was fun. I'll go to like a. I know I need to go get that health boosting talisman or that heal when you critical someone. Oh, I can be invaded out here actually. I've got field bosses alive. I always forget that I have to do a million things to get invaded because this game sucks like that. Oh god, I have a run arc on. Well, you'll have to deal with the chat. Oh shit. We could do that catacomb in there. Let me check on the church. I'm gonna have to wrap up kind of soon though. I'm getting pretty tired. I could tell in that last game it was a little hard for me to concentrate. So that's kind of a sign that I need to wrap up. Yeah, I normally don't have a run arc on when I let people invade me. I try not to do that. It's not so bad though when I'm solo hosting and I'm you know, fighting with the mobs. You know, like when I was fighting CaenisCE, when I fought that one guy, no, I already got it over here. Okay, I don't need this message. Anyway, you know, the mobs were all over me and whatnot, so at that point, if I had a slight stat advantage, you know, I'd still be in the disadvantage, right? But it would have offset it a little bit. Also, I'm not taking advantage of the run arc. What really makes run arc broken is when you're really using it, right? Like, I have more endurance now, so I can wear heavier armor, right? But I don't set up my builds to accommodate for that because when I invade, I'd be fat rolling and, you know, so on and so forth. So I shouldn't kill this person because they let me get invaded, so we'll keep them alive. I did not realize they could follow you in here. But yeah, if you want to invade me, I'm right here. Actually, a pretty nice trinket in here. It boosts the amount that your flask heals you for, which is really nice if you're in a calm situation where like the host is being passive or whatever, and you can just heal for more if you need to heal. I think I've missed a church because I'm pretty sure you can be plus 10 at this point in the game. Oh, no, I still got tongue on. Okay, we're good. I think there's a baddie in here, yeah. Yeah, this. You equip it, your flasks will heal for like 20% more. So if it's a calm situation, you can just switch it on when you flask and then take it off. Don't know what dungeon this even is. Gotta be a little careful here. Any enemies down here? Yep, all of these guys. This is one of the rarest enemies in the game. They're almost never used. As such, I don't know their moveset at all. And I just got bodied. Yeah, I'm pretty tired though. I can really feel it now. Okay, can we stop locking on to the one super far away from me? I got a little dumb. Actually, secret wall. Oof. I bet you that guy had aggroed the thing down below and then ran up here and was fighting all three at once. Okay, it's one of these dungeons where the enemies are immortal and you have to get them into the light and then you can hurt them. Am I supposed to just jump down here? Damn. Sadly, no one invading us. I could invade myself, but I'm not sure this is a good dungeon to invade. I don't know. I don't know what the level layout's like. Some of these side dungeons, though, are awesome to invade. I need to do that more often. I kind of keep forgetting. They can get so fun. Damn it, I get the backstab. Still alive? That was so awkward. Easy. Alright, well, we're not getting invaded, so we will invade real quick. And if we get, like, a good W, we'll probably wrap up. I'm pooped. I can tell my awareness and ability here is dropping pretty quick, so... Okay, I remember this. That floor breaks. And you fall. Sadly, no one's in here, apparently. It's probably not a very popular dungeon. I don't think the rewards at the end are all that good. I am so looking forward, though, to getting this character to 80. Because I'm going to level my arcane for almost every level up from this point on. So then I can do good damage without bleed. But then still have bleed. I think that's just going to be so powerful. And we fought some people like that. It's pretty nutty. Yeah, actually, with my Rune Arc, my damage is kind of okay right now because it gives me more arcane. So this is going to be rough because I don't know the level layout really well. So if I get in a bad spot, I wouldn't even know where to go. Wait. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Not this shit again. I still don't got the ring to block poison or sleep or slow sleep down. God damn it, dude. Back beast. Oh no. Oh my god, the damage off that. Oh, we in trouble now, boys. I'm getting slept on. Oh, it doesn't break for me. Don't do it. Don't. You done did it. Go, my minions. Kill him. Yes. See, chat, that's all you gotta do when you're getting wrecked by sleep. Run away to thralls and let the thralls do the work for you. That's what you do. So I really wish he had a Phantom with him or a blue or something, because that became so advantaged for me when the mobs got into it. Yeah, he had no fear. Absolutely not. Toxic bleed user, indeed. I mean, to be fair, sleep is incredibly... I actually think sleep is better than bleed in 1v1, but I think bleed is better than sleep when you're fighting multiple opponents. Like, sleep is just so good. Like, you get so much damage off of a proc, and it also drains their FP. Like, it's very good. And this is the main reason I think sleep is better than bleed in 1v1, only in 1v1. It's because if it procs when they're rolling, you will still guarantee get damage. If bleed procs when they're rolling, you won't. And that I think that puts sleep ahead. Same for madness. And madness is even better, right? Because madness is like bleed and sleep together, right? Which is nonsense. Yeah, I think sleep is better than bleed 1v1, but I think the reason I think bleed is better in group fights is because a lot of the time you'll land asleep on someone and you just can't pick it up. You can't hit them again because their teammate will smack you or something. It's still good because a lot of times you can still hit them, and thankfully straight swords are very quick, so they sometimes have the time to do it. But I don't think sleep is overpowered though in the context that the meta is the way that it is, right? Like, yeah, there's so much OP bullshit that I think sleep is incredibly good, and it's probably broken in some matchups, but I think it's like fair enough, right? You got all these, because like with bleed you can put them on spears, you can put them on katanas, right? With sleep you have to use straight swords, and there are weapons that counter straight swords. So in the grand scheme of things, I don't think sleep is OP right now at all. It's OP in certain matchups, but overall it's more reasonable than a lot of the other status effects right now. But it's just status effects in general are busted. That's just straight up. They build up too quick. They work when you roll. You know, they can crowd control you for God's sakes, which is nutty. Yeah, those thralls are they're like exactly like Dark Souls 3 thralls, but they're a little tankier. I remember I did notice there's something else that's slightly different about them that I forgot what it was, but there is something. It's actually something where I think they're a little bit worse. It's some like niche thing that they're a little bit worse at. But overall, they're pretty damn dangerous. They're not dangerous one-on-one, but like if you're busy with something else, like right there, right? Because he was having to fight me, you know, obviously that's a huge, you know, another player is a really big issue, and you can't like deal with, you know, thralls running around and, you know, they like backpedal on you and stuff. You can't deal with that crap. That is actually a pretty decent talisman. There's a much better version of it that you can get pretty easily later in the game. But it actually is pretty good. In PvP, it gives you like 5% defense though, which is not as good. But it's still pretty solid. And PvE, it's really, really good. It offsets this thing's negative really nicely. The best version of it, the super version of it, gives you 6% defense in PvP, which is actually enough to matter sometimes. I would say that's actually an okay... Oh, I can't be invaded, fuck. Well, I should probably wrap up. It's super late. And I'm pooped. I'm super pooped. Can you roll past the bleed proc damage now? It's inconsistent. You can, but it doesn't always work. It's just, you can. From what I've seen, generally if you've just started rolling and the bleed procs, you won't take the damage. However, you still get hit stunned. So it's still bad. It can still lead to you taking damage. Where with sleep, you're slept much longer than the hit stun, so even if they're rolling, you're absolutely gonna get the follow-up. So yeah, it's kind of interesting like that. Anyway, lads, thank you so much for hanging out. Sorry it wasn't like maybe as long of a stream as I would have liked, but yeah, I can tell I'm getting pooped. But we'll stream again tomorrow. I had a really good time. That was a lot of fun. Maybe not quite as many games as I would have liked, but I don't know, man. When we're hosting, it's tough to get people. At 100, I think it's easier, because I was hosting on my 115 in the second Legacy dungeon, and I was just getting invaded nonstop. Like, there was no break. But anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. I'll probably do some FGO tomorrow, but I'll try to do FGO and Elden Ring. But I do want to do some FGO tomorrow. I haven't done that in a few days, because I've been making the videos. But take care. Let me see if I can raid somebody real quick. Maybe Cairo is streaming or something. That'd be cool. Nope. Well, fuck it. We'll just nuke the stream for now. Well, I'll see you all later. Take care. Peace.